I bet your man wish he can have a do-over. Y'all check this out. But before we get into the video, do me a favor, like the video and leave a comment. I do my best to respond to as many as I can, and I really enjoy listening to what you guys have to say. Subscribe to my channel and hit that hype button if you really want to help your boy out. It is really appreciated.
No disrespect. I mean, you see a black woman here.
First of all, don't ever touch me again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't do that. I'm sorry.
You don't go up to random strangers
You're right.
in a gym.
I respect you. I respect that.
Come with me. Follow me. Come with me.
I didn't mean no disrespect.
Excuse me, sir. This man tried to come up to me and grab my arm when I was on the machine.
Hold up, I just tapped you on the shoulder.
You don't do that.
Tapped you on the shoulder. I didn't grab you.
This is the second time he's come up to me.
I was just being friendly. How you doing this and that?
He was trying to tell me to smile.
Man, you know me, man. You know, I ain't like that. I don't try to talk to no girl. I'm a happy man, man. I don't try to.
I feel sorry for your wife.
Just to keep it simple, very separate.
No problem. No problem.
You right there, y'all right there.
Yep, I was just
keep it simple. I don't want to see y'all together.
Right. Cool.
Tell that to him. The married man with a wife.
Yeah, I was just being friendly. I wasn't trying to come off for nothing, you know.
I'm gonna look.
The next time you touch me, I'm rocking.
Now, I got a couple thoughts on this video. I am not sure if I'm buying the story of him just being friendly. But let's just say he did try to talk to her. Even though I hope that's not the case considering he's married. But let's just say he was a single guy trying to talk to her. Do you have to report the man because of that? Because I did hear her say that this is the second time he did it. So if this man did this before, another day or another time, she told him, leave me alone, and he came back and did it again today, I understand her reporting him. But if she's saying this is the second time, as far as he came over to her, tried to get her attention, she didn't see him, he tried again, and that's what she's talking about, then I don't think it's that big of a deal. Now, I am not a woman, so I don't know how serious it is for certain women when they're working out or whatever, but to me, that just looks like a whole lot for a man just trying to talk to you, or you thinking a man is just trying to talk to you. You guys were in a public place with a bunch of people around. It wasn't like you were in an alley or something like that, so I really don't think he was coming over here to hurt you. Sounds like the man was apologizing when you turned your camera on, but again, I'm not a woman, so I can't speak to that. But I do wonder if this guy was her type, would she still have filed a complaint on him? If that's the case, it really sucks for men, because now going over to talk to a girl in the gym is based on your looks. So you can either get the draws or you can get reported. It's up to her, and this is why a lot of men refuse to do it. And because of that, it's going to leave it up to women to go across that gym and talk to the man that they like. And my suggestion to those guys, if it's a girl that you don't like, report her. Do the exact same thing, and let's see how that all plays out. Now, I really don't know if this man was trying to talk to her or not. It does seem a little suspicious for you to go up to a girl, tap her on the shoulder, try to get her attention, but I'm not going to sit there and say that's what he was doing. But what I can say for sure is that he won't be doing it again with her or any other woman in that gym. I promise you that. That ain't gonna happen. But anyway, I want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think about this? Do you think the girl overdid it? Do you think he was trying to holler even though he was married? Or do you believe he was just being nice and trying to have a conversation with a young lady in the gym?
And I don't give a call it what y'all want to call it. But a man who cannot settle down with one woman and has to continuously sleep with multiple women is
gay. Yes, every nigga is gay. So your uncle's gay, your dad's gay, your homeboy's gay, everybody's gay. So we can't even smash hoes no more without being called gay. People, though, the only people I always see never being called gay are dudes that give money to hoes but doing absolutely nothing. For some reason, those might be the straightest guys on the planet, I swear.
This man is absolutely correct. I have never, ever in the history of man shaming heard one of those chicks say that about a man who's talking about paying bills or just tricking or doing something they want him to do. Is that a coincidence? Nah, I don't think so. Because it's part of their shame tactics. If they call you gay, it's supposed to make you feel like you're less than a man. And because of that, you then turn around and give them the money they want or do the ridiculous or demeaning thing they're asking you to do in that moment. Now, the good thing about this is men are hip to this game now, so that doesn't work. Men don't care at all about that. But just know, fellas, they're gonna keep doing it until they find something else.
I need y'all help. Let me know if I'm tripping. So I walk in the store and I see this girl with a bandana on. I don't see her face. This is just like straight real profile. I go up to her and I compliment her on her flag that she was wearing. Nothing more, nothing less. But when she turned around, she was definitely my type. So don't say nothing to her. Go through the store, minding my business. Then I see her again. I'm like, fuck it, I shoot my shot. I shoot my shot and gets to a point, I'm like, what you doing for the day? We end up spending 7 hours, 6 hours together. From that moment, from that point of me introducing myself, we went to go get something to drink. We went to the beach. We went and got some food. I spent a random whole day with the girl. But this is the part where it gets weird. I'm in the car with her, because at this point I got this girl hostage. I'm in the car with her about to like having a good old time. I'm in the car about to drop her home. And the girl I'm currently interested in calls, and her number shows up on the screen of the car, shows her name. I don't say nothing, but it immediately created this whole aura in a car. But I'm not even tripping about that. What I'm tripping about is that when her name popped up, it pissed me the off. Because it was just like, at that moment I realized I'm not happy with this person. It really made me pissed off. So it's just like, now I'm sitting, it's clearly that I don't like this person that called me, because I just ended up spending a whole day with a random woman, and she was like, she had me geeked. And I'm like, duh, I can't remember last time I felt like this, dealing with this girl that I'm over here entertaining. I'm like, oh, over there is miserable. So now I'm over here contemplating, should I like wait it out and see how I feel, or should I just go ahead and like break it off, like completely just like, all right, I'm gonna cut this whole situation off with this girl. I'm thinking about completely cutting it off, because it's like, why am I not this happy with you? This girl is turned.
All right, so your man just said a whole lot, and I want to give him my thoughts or my opinion on this. And based on everything I heard in the story, of course, there's probably more that he left out, but based on what I heard in the story, my advice would be to slow down. You're moving too fast, bro. Let me break this down, because I know some of you listened to that and thought, what's the big deal? Get rid of the old girl and keep the new girl. Simple, right? Nah, it ain't that simple to me. There's some issues going on here. Number one, if that situation with the other girl was so bad, what were you doing there? Can somebody answer that? What were you doing there? You didn't say this was your girlfriend or your wife. You said it was just some girl you were interested in. That's what you said. To me, that sounds like somebody you're kicking it with. So why are you kicking it with a girl who is the worst, who is a problem? So that's making me believe that maybe you're not being honest about that situation. And you're doing what a lot of people do when they meet somebody they believe to be better. They start downplaying the other person. They forget all the good stuff the other person did or is doing because they are so focused on that new shiny thing. So many relationships end because of this. But what a lot of those people learn is everything that glitters ain't gold. But when they're looking for a way out, it's easier to make it seem like the other person was the problem. Now, I don't know for sure, but that's just one option. The other option is that girl really was a problem. She really was the worst. Then I go back to my question, why were you with her? If she was so bad, why are you even contemplating if you should still hang out with her or not? And I'm saying if it work out with the new girl or if it doesn't work out with the new girl, you still should leave the other girl alone if you don't like her. Well, to be honest with you, you're not gonna have to worry about that, because once she see this video, she's probably gonna leave you alone. But that's not the point. It's making me believe either two things are going on here. Either you're the guy I just described and you're chasing after the next shiny thing, or you're one of those men who don't know how to be alone. You just like being in relationships or like having people around you. And to me, that's not good, because people like that make horrible decisions, which is why you're probably hanging out or kicking it with that girl you think is miserable right now. And I know some of you are thinking, well, he's probably just dealing with her because of the sex. And that would make sense, because there are a lot of men out there who deal with women just for the sex. But the difference between those men and this man is those men know that girl is miserable, and that's why they only want sex from him. And that's not what this guy is doing. He's over here talking about her or contemplating breaking it off with her like that's his girlfriend or something. He even put, "Do I need a new girl?" in the caption. And to me, if it was just about sex, you wouldn't do any of that. You just move on. And this is why I believe whatever they had going on was bigger than just sex. And that leads me into my second point. There's something that he said that's making me believe everything he just said about how great the new girl is and all this other stuff he just mentioned. The reason I believe that's all made up in his head is because he said she was my type. You gotta understand, when somebody's your type, everything they do seems great. Now, I'm not saying the new girl wasn't great like he said, but because he said she's my type, whatever she was doing was enhanced. So if she laughed at maybe 2 of his jokes, he believes she laughed at all of them. It's just the way your mind works when someone is your type. Men and women fall for this trap. I've been in this situation. I met a girl who was my type, and I let a lot of stuff slide that I shouldn't have. But I learned from that. I would never do that again. So I am telling you from experience, when somebody is your type, those red flags look like green flags to you. And it sounds to me like that is what what you're doing here. You've only been out with this girl one time. You don't know anything about her. That girl can be crazy. She can be married. You have no idea who you're dealing with. She could be lying to you about having kids, and you won't know until you're like 2 months in, you're at her house, you're ready to get some, and all of a sudden the baby father dropped one of her kids off, and you standing there like,
Wait, hold it, man, hold it. What the is this kid doing in here? Get the hell out of here before I kick your little ass.
what you just described to me is the same thing I get on these women about. They meet somebody and their heart start beating fast, they get a tingling sensation, and sparks start flying. They start seeing and feeling that Disney movie magic, and you end up in the relationship with somebody you shouldn't be in a relationship with. A lot of people make this mistake, and I know some of you thinking this could be love at first sight. These two are meant to be together. They got soul ties and all this other stuff people like to say. And when I was younger, I probably would have believed that a little bit more, but now that I'm older, I understand that a lot of that love at first sight is really lust at first sight. I get it. Your aunt and uncle, your grandparents, they met one night in the park and they fell in love and they've been married for 72 years. I understand that. But please understand that is the exception, not the rule. And if you're out there falling in love with somebody based on one encounter, I think you're out there playing with fire. Now, if these two get married and they go off and have a great life together, I would be so happy for them. But the chances of that happening in 2026, I believe is pretty low. But I do believe the best thing for you right now is to slow down. Definitely leave the old chick alone because like you said, you're miserable, but you need to slow down with that new chick. I don't think you need to be jumping into anything right now. And I say that because it was something that you said in your video that's making me believe you might be the guy who just liked the shiny new thing. In the video, you said,
because I just ended up spending a whole day with a random woman and she was like, she had me geeked. And I'm like, duh, I can't remember last time I felt like this dealing with this girl that I'm over here entertaining.
So to me, that's making me believe you felt the same way for that girl when you first met her, but now she's miserable and you're unhappy with her. And that is normally something that happens to people when they're always chasing after the new shiny thing. And you also said this.
Because it was just like, at that moment, I realized I'm not happy with this person.
You see what I'm saying? How is it that you didn't know that you were miserable or unhappy with this chick? Now, I can understand this if this is a long-term relationship or you were married to somebody for 20 years, because that can happen gradually over time. But this is just some girl you're kicking it with, a situationship, somebody that you're not even committed to, and you didn't realize that you didn't like her or you were miserable or you were unhappy until the new girl showed up. So this is why I'm saying just slow down, think everything out, make sure you're doing the right thing for yourself and for those women. And to the new girl, you need to be smart too. Slow things down and protect yourself, because when you're dealing with a man like this who I believe got some stuff he needs to work out, there's a good chance after a period of time he's going to be thinking about leaving you too, and now you're going to be the one sitting there sounding like Jade. Yes, you're the new girl now, but when you're dealing with somebody who still got things they need to figure out, you can go from being the new girl to the old girl real quick, so be careful. Anyway, leave your thoughts in the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.